Yeah. On 44 shit, you know what I mean? Look, when that shit drop, you step all the way on their neck, step on their neck and their head with that shit.
Fine is, I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They know how I did it, got it out the mud, straight to glory. They know how I fed, nice, but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride, but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. They mad, I'm too solid, circle tight, yeah, vacuum seal. No, they want my life, I ain't worried, I got rape from there, I got real soldiers, kill for me, nigga, watch yourself. They said you been in beast mode lately, you is not still. When you dropping that fire, British marriage, they inquiring. They can't stop what's coming, but I see them conspiring. Cross the line, I'm firing. This bitch here, finna break the skin on kindness. I don't trust you, circle small. You can keep your features. Me and my niggas don't keep no secrets. And it feel like Jeepers Creepers. Say they want some smoke, though. So I brought these chimney swings. Coming like we coming, you can't even cap. These niggas don't run it like we run it. Bitch, don't even start. Bitch, I'm with my niggas till the end, till that blues part. If you wanna leave, you can leave, bitch. Bless your heart, find me. I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like a Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They know how I did it, got it out the mud, straight to glory. They know how I feel, he nice, but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride, but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. Oh, I got a man, circle tight, yeah, back to seal. I heard they want my life, I ain't worried, I got rape for real. Take over in effect, yeah, I'm fully focused. You might not see it on me, you know it's women, that bitch fully loaded. Yeah, we up and rolling. Told them I need major motion. Think I'm joking, I'ma school them niggas like they baby Jody. Got it out the dust, I'm too clean, don't know why they hate me. What you want out life, dog? Guns and butter, baby boy. You PK top, dog. Certified road runner. I'ma turn that eco line into a damn tank. I got chopper stash in that attic like they had front. They had that shit on lock till I snapped on them like ball colors. You cannot play both sides, gotta choose your colors. See him throw that one up with that W, that's my blood, bro. Fine is, I ain't show no mercy, I'm gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like a Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They know how I did it, got it out the gutter, straight to glory. They know how I feel, he nice, but he don't show the skills, how I show the skills. He ride, but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. Oh, I got a man, circle tight, yeah, back to seal. Yeah, they want my life, I ain't worried, I got ready for real.
Yeah, you know what it is. 144 the rebel, busy man, shit, nigga. They take your head off, nigga.
Pray with Eve did to Adam, I just pray my love don't lie to me. Swing the eye like Samson, I can't let no holder lie to me. I don't feel these rappers, all they lies is hypocrisy. Ain't no competition, ain't no rivalry. Niggas think I'm playing, I don't hear one word they saying, this shit light work. Keep Muhammad one of us, he might lose his life first. Circle up and stay alert, another cop just stretch the nigga. He ain't thinking, it's an exorcism, watch I bless the nigga. Took that open blood, then you know I'm gonna get active with you. From the opposition, I see vision, let me paint the picture. Rappers can they spin, I ain't listening, is it effective? If revenge was a woman, now I stole that bitch like Jacob. So how I walk, we gon' run the summer, it's gonna be historical. Thought they making plays, made them niggas call the audible. Ask who run this shit, but that question is rhetorical. Bitch, I'm the one, need cookies with the oil. I'ma get him crackers, hell, should've never kidnapped my family. I can't do that, bet I be the last nigga standing. Do a life sentence for my niggas, pray you understand it. I might put a switch on this Glock and call it young guy. How you real triggered on them dots? You a bird feeder, claiming he a demon. Was a demon to a calling. What he said something, I ain't ain't him, this shit like it ain't know who got the gun, it's know who gon' up that fight first. I turn a bad situation to a game change. Soldiers from the dead, just raised up the change. Shots, I'ma look like Aaron Jones when I run it. Never fight the hand of Steve, you will never get that hand back. Bitch about 10%, I don't want to hear none of that. He dropping sword, fuck him, just make sure you get that cover back. Look around, he ain't with us, probably cause he never was. Now my chin like you with the angels for your brothers. Everybody wanna be Richard Porter, God kill him like Alpo. Play if he want to slay him in the trunk like Lee Alpo. A certified rubber ass nigga, I am not a toy. Hey, I'm with that hollow sign, yeah, this the real McCoy. Feel like Gunna Jack when I'm in Fayetteville, you feel your boy. Still up on my brain, still I think that's all that I do. When I get it, boy, lost, they gon' start to call it Bell Roy. Fuck his game, pop out on them demons like I'm Hellboy.
Shalom. Check. Yahweh Shem Yashabrakatah. What's going on, Kyle the War? Who we got in the building tonight?
Right now, we got Charlotte, Durham, and Fayetteville. Right now.
Hey, Shalom. Yahweh Shem Yashabrakatah.
Oh, yeah. Shalom. Yahweh Shem. What's going on?
It's like I said, if it could, if you I believe y'all got to turn your volume down to a tad bit. I think it might. I'm not sure if it's the echo from Charlotte. We get like a crazy feedback though.
Shalom.
Go on mute. I think cause y'all got the cell phone. Yeah, I think that was the issue right there. Yep.
It was just this computer wasn't on mute.
Yeah, it's the wild.
It wasn't on mute.
So Salaki, can y'all hear me?
It's low, Kyle the War. Yeah, you low on your end, brother.
It gotta be that speaker.
It might be a speaker. Shalom. Can y'all hear me now?
Khan, I can hear you, brother.
What?
I can hear you. You want to go ahead and get this class started before this Officer Abraham come in, or we got
the Akim say Abraham not gonna show for he.
Okay, Most High in Christ.
He had a sled.
Most High in Christ. Well, let's go ahead and get this class started, man. You know, your brothers will get in here when they get in.
So I say Lahab, Salah, Officer Lahab, Mike show.
Most High in Christ. Whoever show up, they'll I hand the class over to them. Who is Officer Thabawan in the building?
No, sir. Officer Maya is controlling the cans, but I got you on the screen, sir.
Test it, test.
Most High in Christ, Officer Yanazar. I hear you, brother. Let's go ahead and get this class started, man. We live. Officer Mahayar, we live?
Yeah, come. We live, sir.
Okay, Most High in Christ. Shalom. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shabarak Athad of the brothers. Yahweh Shemal Athad Shem Yahweh Shad of the sisters. I'm priest and officer of 1,000 Bon Kayal, coming out of Fayetteville, North Carolina. And this is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, man. Coming out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General Yohana. And tonight is the Monday night history class, all right? So I'm gonna try to hold this down with the spirit of the Lord before a higher ranking officer steps in the building. Since this is the history class, let's go to the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32, verse 7. Deuteronomy 32 and 7, man. You know, what's really, really beautiful about this school is the fact that we don't overlook what has happened to us, to our people as a nation over the course of history, over the course of time. You know, we look at America, and America, you know, their moniker said never forget when it came down to 9/11, you know, but we're supposed to forget slavery. You know, they tell us to just disregard it. It's in the past, you know, let bygones be bygones, but we're still affected by the things that occurred in our past, man. You know, slavery has had an everlasting effect on our people, so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And this weekend at camp, you know, this devil came against the camp, and her argument, she said that we were teaching hate, you know, and we had a crowd, you know, get the Lord a hand for that. We had a nice little crowd, you know what I'm saying? We was handing out food. We had a nice little crowd. They were learning, you know, they had questions. They were getting their questions answered. You know what I'm saying? Brothers were staying on topic, and then these devils decided to come against the camp. And Officer Yahweh, you know, he made a statement. The lady was basically saying, like, you know, how are you going to hold me accountable for slavery? That's just like me holding you accountable for the black man that raped me. And, you know, the first thing in my mind was like, here we go again. Here we go again. That's what they always say. So-called oppressor always claiming she's been raped by a black man. Right. You know, people got Emmett Till murdered. You know, Carolyn Bryant Dunham. You know, she claimed that he did a wolf whistle, and that brother lost his life behind her accusation. You know, the Tulsa Race Massacre, that was based off of some allegations, you know, about black men assaulting, you know, so-called white women.
Salakia, sir. Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, I can hear you too, Officer Yanazar.
Just piggybacking off of what you say to remind you, her 2 children were from a black man.
Who?
The woman who said she was raped by a black man, she had 2 children from a black man.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was 3 generations of devil. Well, Salakia, it was 3 generations. She had a baby by a black man, and her daughter had a baby by a black man also. You know, so I was just scratching my head like, you know, what is it? Do you love us or do you hate us? You know, and she called herself a prophetess, and it was so disgusting, man. But I started to think about all of our people who have lost our lives behind these allegations, man. A mere allegation can have you as a black, Hispanic, or Native Indian man lose your life in this place called America, man. And they say this is the land of the, the land of the free, home of the brave. You know, we don't have any true freedom here in America, man. We were treated as second-class citizens here in America, man. You know, and I just want to pull this scripture, man. You got that? Deuteronomy 32 and 7.
Come on, sir. I got it, sir.
And pull that if you will, Baba Kusha.
This is the book of Deuteronomy. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32 and verse 7. Remember the days of old.
Hey, Salakia, hold that scripture. I'm gonna pass the class over to priest and officer of 5,000, Zion Ya'Allah, man.
Hey, what? Salakia. Check. Can y'all hear me? Come, Most High in Christ. Shalom. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai Baraka Thumb to the Hakim. Yahweh Shemala Thabah Shem Yahweh Shai to the sisters in the class. Man, get a load of hand, man. My brother here holding it down. You know what I'm saying? Man. What he was saying was so profound and so heavy with what happened at camp at this weekend with this devil, you know what I'm saying, try to come up and challenge the priests and prophets of the Lord, which she must have lost her daggone mind. You understand? And priests and prophets of the Lord had to put her in her proper place and what was beneath the priests and prophets of the Lord. You understand?
Right.
And the other part about that thing, the thing that I thought about after that battle is somehow that was so heavy, right? She brought up the allegations that she was sexually assaulted, right? And she said, well, you got to give an account for, you know what I'm saying, the thing that the black man that sexually assaulted her. And at the moment, I'm thinking to myself, that is some BS. And I'm going to tell you why it's some BS. That brother that sexually assaulted her, allegedly, right? That was a personal gain for that brother. You know what I'm saying? He personally benefited from doing that, if that's even true. But when we talk about slavery, who benefited from slavery?
Salakia, sir, if I may.
Come on with it.
The whole Western Hemisphere and Europe.
Come on, man. You trying to equate your personal experience to something that happened to an entire nation of people? Matter of fact, the founding fathers stood up on this time and, you know what I'm saying, this past time, and you try to equate this to what you went through? And she was lying, because when Officer Howard, I pressed her, she went from saying she was raped by a black man to going into sexually assaulted. See, these are the things that this empire says, and it allows them to call us sexual predators, hyper sexual, and things like that. These are just allegations about who we are as a nation of people. If you're talking about black, Hispanic, Native Indian, we are some of the most humble people on the face of the earth. But we just like anybody else. If you push us hard enough, at some point we will fight back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And if you fighting, everybody know ain't nothing fair in love and war, man. So when you talk about us having an identity and getting back to our culture, well, leave us the hell alone. But you can't stop that, because this empire feeds off oppression. Because everybody is so damn greedy. And I was like, damn, the nerve of her to talk about her personal experience that she may or may not have with a brother and try to equate that, you know what I'm saying, to all black men. She tried to equate her personal experience to slavery. Are you serious? She tried to equate that to the judicial system, the education system, the financial system. All the woes that we deal with in this empire, you talking about your sexual assault, which I do believe was a damn lie. And I'm going to tell you how it was a lie. Because she had 2 children by black men. She should have been terrified of all the black men that she's seen in her life. But she had 2 children, Shabayala. But we busted up real good. The Most High allowed us to bring out the Apocrypha. She's talking about she was a prophetess. Bayala, we brought out the Apocrypha, boy. She's like, what is that? That's the Apocrypha? I said, you a prophetess and you don't know what this is? She would say, where did it come from? That's not the King James Bible. I said, that's how I know you're a dumb man. You don't know a damn thing. Right. That's how you know it. So you should shut your mouth when you're talking to priests and prophets of the Lord. It's called the Apocrypha. It came out of 1611 King James Version that your people took out of it because they knew that if this was in here, then guess what? It'll be an easier way of finding our way back to serving the Lord, man.
Right.
She was a prophetess. Yeah, she couldn't find her way out of a wet paper bag, if I may. So Yanazar, everybody good? We got any questions, anything like that? Everybody to
Salaki, sir.
Come on with it. What you got?
But to piggyback on what you was bringing about y'all's camp,
Well, we at our camp this week we had a Edomite. I'm talking about we got a boot kiss. But this Edomite right here, I mean, he had a personal relationship with these boots.
Hey, I see Officer Abraham. He said, "No, I want to feel it."
Right.
Said, Most High in Christ, Officer Abraham. You know what I'm saying? I said, "Well, Most High in Christ." But you know that you know where that thing come from, Shabayala. It's the reward that the Most High showed us that if we are obedient and keep His law, statutes, and commandments, we don't have to raise our hands to these devils. We don't have to pick up no weapons or nothing like that against these devils. Obedience allows even our enemy to be at peace with us. You understand? So they bow down and kiss the priests and prophets of the Lord boots. Yonazar.
Con, sir.
Brother, you sent me a story earlier today, brother. I'm gonna have to get the Akim help on this one now. I gotta get it. Yonazar, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Con, sir.
Brother, Yonazar, I don't know if the brother familiar with it, but it's along the plagues that the Most High has allowed to happen in the earth. And right now the Lord is hitting the earth with the monkey claw. What do they call it?
Monkeypox.
The monkeypox. The Lord is hitting them with the monkey claw. So Yanazar sent me this article earlier, man. And Yanazar, could you read that article for me? Or could you bring it out so the brothers can actually see it and listen to what it was saying?
Con, sir. Just give me a second here.
Papa Kushar, the water, brother. All the Akim, y'all good up there in Kannapolis?
Con, so I did have a question.
Come on, Boz.
1 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 16.
Hold on, let me get that with you. 1 Timothy 3 and 16. Go ahead and read it for me.
Salaki. This is the book of 1 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 16.
Mm-hmm.
And without controversy, great is the mystery of godliness. God was manifest in the flesh, justified in the spirit, seen of angels, preached unto the Gentiles, believed on in the world, received up into glory. Now, Salaki, I've been battling on TikTok all day with these devils about that same boot kiss video. You got them stirred up in there. And one guy made the comment that God manifests in the flesh is Christ. But of course, we teach that Christ and God are not the same. And he's trying to say that proves that they're the same. So how could I get the breakdown on that?
Well, this is actually, if I'm not mistaken, when we talk about, and this, I'm gonna have to get that from Captain Thought, but I understand when he talk about in the flesh, he's talking about us, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
Like how we live our lives. Read verse 14 for me.
Con. This is the book of 1 Timothy chapter 3, verse 14.
Read 13, Salaki.
Verse 13. For they that have used the office of a deacon well purchased to themselves a good degree and great boldness in the faith which is in Yahushua Mashiach.
Right. So this is talking about what? This is talking about who exactly?
The deacons in the church?
The office, right? The office of a deacon. Look at the word deacon. Y'all know what a deacon is, right? Who got it?
Lucky, sir, if I may.
Come on.
A deacon basically is like a low-ranking officer. He's like an assistant in the church.
Go.
And he like if the pastor is not there, then the deacon has to handle business. But they usually
Right.
like keep order and stuff in the church.
Right. He's an assistant of the school, if I may. Everybody know that a church is a school, correct? All right.
Sir.
All right. So this is talking about a brother that's in the school, right? Read on.
Salakia. This the
What
book
is
of-
also talking about the responsibilities of the brothers that's in the school. Come on, boss.
Khan. It's the book of 1 Timothy chapter 3, verse 14. These things write I unto thee, hoping to come unto thee shortly.
Go ahead.
Verse 15. But if I tarry long, that thou mayest know how thou oughtest to behave thyself in the house of the Most High, which is the church of the living power, the pillar and ground of the truth.
Right. So what is this saying?
That if he hoping to come to them, you know, be with them, but if he take a little while, that they know how to behave themselves until he get there. In the time when
Who knows how they behave themselves till they get there?
the officers in the church, in the school.
Right. All right. We understand that, correct?
Khan.
All right. Go ahead.
Verse 16. And without controversy, great is the mystery of godliness.
Meaning what?
That there should be no confusion about how we're supposed to conduct ourselves.
As what?
As officers of a school.
Khan, right?
The Most High.
Go ahead.
God, the Most High was manifest in the flesh, justified in the spirit, seen of angels, preached unto the Gentiles, believed on in the world, received up into glory.
Go ahead. So what did this talk about?
It seems like it's talking about the truth. Like the truth being preached, you know, and the word of the Most High has been preached to the Gentiles, and the world believed it. I mean, it seems like it's talking about Christ too, but I know that it's not saying that Christ is God.
No, it is definitely not saying that Christ is God.
Right, and that's the point the devil trying to make in the chat.
No, it's definitely not talking about. It's definitely not saying that Christ is God. We know that's the truth. But if I'm not mistaken, when it's saying God was manifest in the flesh, I think they was talking about how we live as what? As deacons of the school.
Come.
If I'm not mistaken, but don't let me get it. Lord willing, Captain I thought come in, but I'm almost. I want to say that it is going into how the Most High is manifesting us, and based on what we said earlier, and our faith in what we do. You understand? And in the spirit and what we do, what we represent. You understand? To believe in the world and receive unto glory, man. But I'm almost sure that it's talking about how we live as deacons or students of the school, if I may.
Come.
All right.
It's like one quick question.
But we gonna make sure we get that one, Captain Nathan. Don't hold me to it, boss. But so Lord willing, Cap come in, he'll be able to lock that thing all the way in for the Akim, okay?
Come, sir. One quick question though on the deacon.
Go ahead.
So would a trooper or officer be a deacon?
It goes into a brother with responsibilities in the school.
Okay, come.
You understand? All right, so Lord willing, I don't know if I'll be able to get all the way into the topic. You know what I'm saying? So by Jonas, are you able to find that for me?
Con, so I got it.
Come on with it.
Okay. Dog infected with monkeypox after sharing bed, licking owners.
Read, Jonas. I got my hands on my head, brother. I just can you read that again for me, Baba Kusha?
Dog infected. This was published August 15th at 6:03 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time.
You said a dog?
Dog infected with monkeypox after sharing bed, licking owners.
The DOG?
The DOG.
the DOG was infected by licking the owner was sharing the bed with him.
Kind of unkind, sir. Something else is going on up in there.
Shabayala, let me tell you something. Yanazar sent this story to me earlier, brother. And I was thinking to myself, what in the what the what?
Dog infected with monkeypox after sharing bed, licking owners with an S.
You see that when you dealing with the LBGT community, ain't nothing off limits. Even the dog can get it. You understand? You understand? It ain't nothing off limits when you dealing with that community. You understand? Even the dog isn't safe.
Salaki.
Come on with it.
They say you mess with dogs, you get fleas, but in American society, you mess with LGBT community gays, the dog get the monkeypox.
Good night. So they don't flip the role on them.
Right.
Damn, the dog is safer being in the wild. Good night, man. The dog is not even safe against the LBGT community. This is why we have to protect our children, man. This is the exact example of why we have to protect our children. My brother Ayathan was talking about how old that girl that was dancing? She was like this young girl, 6 or 7 years old, that she was dancing at some pageant. That what it was, a pageant, right? And she was dancing, and the way she was dancing, I don't know if this was provocative or not, but I'm gonna let Ayathan right now. Tell him what you
Come on. So the baby, she was dancing, the same way any innocent child would dance, Running Man and all that crazy stuff like that,
Watch me whip, all that nay and all that crazy
flossing and all that crazy stuff. Yeah, like nothing sexual at all, but you got this room full of transgenders in there throwing money, like while she up there on the stage doing the Running Man and all that stuff.
Good night, man. This is what they say they're not about, but this is what they're actually really about. They're actually after our children. You understand? And they're after your dogs too, according to Yonazar. And
So
protect your poodles. Come on with it.
Listen to this part of the story. So this is the first.
Come on.
It says an Italian greyhound. It's a big old dog now. Owned by a gay couple has been infected with monkeypox in the first reported case passed from a human to their pet.
Salaki.
Come on with it.
They took the phrase doggy style to a whole nother level.
A whole nother level. SNOOP. They going all the way with it, Shabayala. Good night.
It's more
they know what a great Dane, man. And you know what, man? I don't know. I'm assuming there are some dog owners that actually love their pet, but I don't know too many Black, Hispanic, Native Indians let their dogs sleep in the bed with them. I don't know. It's just a dog is a dog. Sometimes you see them licking all on the owner's face and all this stuff. But you would think, like, if you know you infected, what, you just gonna let your dog taste the rainbow, if I may? Come on, man. This has to stop. This madness has to stop. But you keep going. Out there in the earth. Keep on sinning against the Lord, and the Lord definitely gonna give you exactly what you're looking for. He gonna give you exactly what you're looking for. All right.
So like it, sir.
What else you got, Yonazar?
Hey, this is a really crazy story, sir, because this is the crazy part right here. It says, hold on a second, sir, if I may.
Come on.
The French couple involved in a non-monogamous relationship are believed to have contracted monkeypox following sexual contact with other men. But check this out. They said they noticed pustules on their dog's stomach. A PCR test later confirmed the pooch had contracted the virus. The animal had shared a bed with the two men and had licked at least one of them before licking itself, according to the Lancet medical report.
Yonazar. That I don't know the dog licking itself or not, Yonazar. I'm with you by y'all on this one. I'm gonna have to take that road down there, Yonazar. I'm going to tell you that this is disgusting. You understand? This is disgusting. This is why the Lord doesn't want us around these other nation of people, man. This is why he has to separate the children of Israel from the rest of the world. This is why the Lord gave us law, statutes, and commandments. This is why we're supposed to be in obedience to everything that we learn in here, because this is our culture. When we talk about the culture of these other nations, they're all going to be destroyed, man. They're all going to be destroyed because their culture actually makes them weak. And when we follow their culture, it makes who weak? It makes us weak. But when we follow the Lord and keep his law, statutes, and commandment, this is what's make us strong. You understand? This is what makes us able-bodied. These are the things that I talk about. Why was smallpox such a thing in the earth? They were like, oh man, when they came here, they brought these diseases with them. It was what? It was foreign to us. And so they show how the filth and all the criminals that came to this land, how they rushed here and they was what's the movie? The Predator movie. Y'all seen that Predator movie? What is it? Fear? Prey. Y'all seen that Predator movie? It's a Predator movie, right? And Predator come down. Y'all know the Predator. You know, that's an ugly thing. You know what I'm saying? But it was, you know, you remember the date that was on the bunker, y'all? It was like, yeah, like 300 years before, like pre-colonial empire. You understand? Pre-colonial existence was about this native sister actually going to war against the predator, if I may. But in the process, there's a scene where she's thinking that the predator, she sees that the predator has the ability to kill every damn thing or skin everything. But
Salakia, sir. Cap is here.
Oh, Cap here?
Yeah, it was just reported to me that he's outside, right?
And I see him right
he's
there
on the screen. There he is.
Most High Christ.
Outside? I'm going to see you outside, yeah.
All right, Most High Christ. And with that, I'm going to turn the class over to Priest and Prophet, Captain of 13,000, Captain 9,000 by Yummy.
Shalom. Tawada, what you all going over?
Salaki, if I may, sir.
Uh-huh.
We were Officer Boz had a question about 1 Timothy 3:16. If you could, Baba Kushaw, can we get a breakdown on 1 Timothy 3:16, Baba Kushaw?
Okay, let me get with you all. All right. Boz, was any specific question? Give me 1 minute, right? In 1 minute. All right. Sorry about that. What it is? It's First Timothy what?
3:16, sir. The
And
question that they had to me, well, not a question. They were trying to use that to say that when it says God was manifest in the flesh, that was Christ. Trying to say that God and Christ are the same, or that Christ is God, rather.
Salakia, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Just want to get a communications check for goals, bro. Making sure you can hear us.
Yeah, I can hear you. Perfect.
Come.
All right. Let's see. All right, so read it.
This is the book of First Timothy.
Read. Maybe start from 14.
This is the book of First Timothy, chapter 3, verse 14. These things write I unto thee, hoping to come unto thee shortly.
Right. So he's who's saying who's speaking here?
This is Paul.
Right, and he's saying what? He's hoping to come unto them what soon. You understand? It's like you know what I mean. Like you writing, you New York, and you writing to the brothers in North Carolina and saying, "I hope to see you all soon." Right? Read on.
Verse 15. But if I tarry long, that thou mayest know how thou oughtest to behave thyself in the house of the Most High.
Right. So he basically what he's doing here. What Paul doing here?
He's letting them know that if he take a while, just in case he can't get down there, in a timely manner, that they should know how to, conduct themselves when he's not there.
That's right. You understand? So even though Commander Jerry Yohana is not sitting down in class here with you all, he is here, and that's how it should conduct yourself. You understand? Like he's in the room, like any general, any brother over here. You understand? You should treat them with that type of respect. Right? Come on.
Which is the church of the living power, the pillar and ground of the truth.
Right? Read on. No, hold on. Break that down.
When it said know how to behave yourself in the house of the Most High, it's saying that the house of the Most High is the church or the school of the Most High.
Yes. And so you should know how to behave yourself where? In the UPK. You understand? You can't be behaving like you a nigga in the world, you Joe Blow in the world. You understand? Or you Mercedes in the world. You can't behave like that. Right? Come on.
Verse 16. And without controversy, great is the mystery of godliness.
Say that one more time.
And without controversy, great is the mystery of godliness.
Right? And without controversy, what is he trying to say?
That it shouldn't be a mystery of how you're supposed to act. Like
without controversy. Right? Without controversy, you wouldn't have issues. Controversy is like what?
A dispute or
disagreement.
Disorder.
Yeah,
right? It's okay. Look up the word controversy and you'll see. Or controversy, how you pronounce it. Sorry. All right. Right, and he said in the verse above, that last after the come after living God. They say what? The pillar and the ground of the truth. You come in here with the purpose of becoming a pillar. You be coming here with the purpose of being seasoned in the truth. You understand?
Okay.
Right? Come on. Who look up the meaning?
Council, I got the definition. Controversy, disagreement, typically when prolonged, public, and heated.
You understand? That gets into what? That's what? Controversy will be a what?
Salaki, sir, a battle?
Yes, but give me one word to describe it. It'll be what? It'll be. I don't think you all might get it. It's an action.
Argument.
Yes, but it's an action. It ain't. It ain't like you know. What I mean, I saying I don't like you. All right. That I ain't doing nothing. But if I slap you and cuff you, you know what I mean. You know what I mean, and I speak, you know what I mean, evil about you to another brother. I'm trying to do it. Cause what? Controversy.
Okay.
You understand? I'm causing what? Conflict between brothers, conflict between sisters. And he's saying what? And without what? Without controversy. Read on.
Great is the mystery of godliness.
All right. Great is the what?
The mystery of godliness.
All right. What is he saying there?
Salaki, sir.
Uh-huh.
Is that kind of like saying, like, without, people say stuff like, without the sunshine, you can't enjoy the rain, that type of thing?
Without the sun. Break it down a little more for me.
Like, without controversy, things are just like plain. If you don't appreciate, like mercy, forgiveness, godliness, you don't appreciate those realize type of things without the controversy. It's kind of like, how can I say? I'm trying to make it plainer. Like without the controversy, without being afflicted or without controversy, you already understand like true godliness or mercy or forgiveness, like those qualities the Most High has, without the controversy.
Okay, so paint a picture for me. So a brother or a sister causing conflict, right? How is that going to be a great mystery of how does the great mystery of godliness comes in?
Slightly, sir, if I could. It's like, is it saying like without Christianity, without doctrines, without things that aren't the truth, how will we know what the truth is if we didn't have anything to oppose it? Like it would just be a mystery. You wouldn't know what the truth is.
Okay.
Salaki.
You're getting on it. Because the next part is going to explain it all.
Salaki.
All right, go ahead. Who was going to say something?
Officer Shabayala, is it like without going against the grain, like Commander and General Yohana go against society, so that causes controversy with the people who've been lied to in society, our people. When he go against what we've been taught in schools and religion, he disagrees with society, and that causes controversy.
Yes. Okay. So tell me what was it that? Who has he meaning on mystery? What's a mystery?
Mystery is something that's not clear, that's hidden.
Right. So it's saying what? Great is the mystery of what? Godliness. Right. Okay.
So like,
go ahead.
So like, I'm basically saying the same thing that everybody else was saying, but like godliness is the way that we're supposed to be. But
yes.
Without the conflicts that we see in the world, in the Christian church, and just out here with everybody else, it paints a better picture of how we should conduct ourselves. It shows us what godliness is supposed to look like. The opposite of what we see out here.
Okay, you all on it, right? But think more so uni-truth, right? Is it a good thing or a bad thing to be uni-truth?
Good thing.
But why is there so many Christian church opening every day or around the corner?
Because people like smooth words.
Correct. Right. So read it one more time for me.
Starting at verse 16.
Yeah.
And this is the book of 1 Timothy chapter 3, verse 16. And without controversy, great is the mystery of godliness.
Right, read on. Come on.
to lock out on. So, like, you know, the first line of that scripture, and without controversy, great is the mystery of godliness. So we represent what godliness is, being in the ISUPK. And
Yes.
it's controversial for us to go out on the street corners and, you know, to battle, to bring awareness to, you know, the true nature of God, the true nature of Christ, the true nature of being separate as far as, you know, holy, you know, and that controversy is what's going to reveal the mystery of godliness. It's like giving sight to the blind, essentially. We're waking our people up so they can understand what true godliness is. It's not what's in the church. It's being separate. It's not, you know, falling for every goddamn thing because you don't want to stand for anything.
Select.
Yes. Come on.
Like, okay, the way that we conduct ourselves in the ISUPK, we know we in the truth. We know we represent godliness. But the rest of the world, it's a mystery to the rest of the world. They don't see it as such. They look at us as we crazy out here. Like, they don't look at us as men of the Lord. It's a mystery to them.
Yes. And how you know it's a
That's
mystery to them?
That's why they love the Christian church.
Yes. You own it. That read the second part to it now. If Tabo One wasn't here, he'd have explained the whole colon to you. Now they're going to explain what it just basically was trying to tell you. What Paul was saying. Read.
The Most High was manifest in the flesh.
Right. The Most High was manifest in the flesh. How was the Most High manifest in the flesh?
So like it, sir.
Through
Christ, by Christ teaching
Precept.
Salaki, sir, would it be where it says the word was with God and God was the word, John, the first chapter?
No,
Okay,
Precept. Let me see my officers. I'm a trooper. Sisters, you all can chime in too.
Salaki, sir.
Is it unto you the message given to the kingdom of heaven?
No. That's a good one. That's a good one. But there's one that explains what he's saying here when he said God was manifest in the flesh.
Salaki, sir.
The
John chapter 14 and verse 10.
Read it. What does it say?
John 14 and verse 10. Believeth thou not that I am in the Father, and the Father in me?
Read on. That's it.
The words that I speak unto you, I speak not of myself, but the Father that dwelleth in me, he doeth the works.
Yes, that's it. I'll take that. You understand? And there's a part to where Christ said, where I believe where he said, if you have seen me, you have seen the Father.
Oh God.
You understand? Look for that one for me. You understand? Like Negroes looking for what?
Slack, sir. Money.
Okay, don't think money. Think on the topic here. What Negroes looking for? When you bring the truth to them, what they looking for? On the whole, what black people looking for?
Slack, sir. They looking for a sign.
Yes, they look for a sign. You understand? So they're looking for you to be floating, you know what I mean? For you to be, you know what I mean, with your leg crossed and you floating, you know what I mean? Or you know what I mean? Or you walking in the hospital and literally, or, you know what I mean, going into the morgue and bringing people, raising people from the dead, which is going to, Lord will, going to happen in the future. You understand what I'm saying? But they're looking for a sign. You understand? When the sign is right in front of them, you understand?
Like it, sir.
Right? Come on.
The verse you wanted was just one verse below or before in verse 9.
Go ahead.
It said, and Yahweh said unto him, have I been so long time with you, and yet hast thou not known me? Philip, he that hath seen me, hath seen the Father. And how sayest thou then, show us the Father?
That's what black people want to see. You understand? So now, when you go on the street and you start to teach them the Bible, you understand? it's almost like, you know what I mean, it's almost like you causing conflict with what they learn in the Christian church. You understand? Right? Right? Now the God, you know that God didn't come in what? You know that God literally didn't come in what? In the flesh. The Most High didn't literally come in the flesh. You all know that, right?
Okay.
So now, if they say this is God and Christ at the same time too, then what you're actually saying?
That Christ is God.
Yes, you're saying that Christ is God. You understand? And now you're starting to get into what? The medieval, the Greek mythology. Zeus and, you know what I mean, all this, you know what I mean, demigod type of trash that they try to teach you about, you know what I mean, from the Greeks. Right? Read on.
Justified in the spirit.
You all in Fayetteville, settle down. Continue.
Justified in the spirit.
Uh-huh.
Seen of angels.
Right.
Preached unto the Gentiles. Believed on in the world. Received up into glory.
Right. So who are they actually, who is Paul speaking about here?
Christ.
Yeah, he's speaking about Christ. But Christ is not what? God.
God.
But what? God is manifested in Christ because of what?
Lucky, sir. Because Yahushua does what the Lord told him to do.
Hey, Zion.
Salaki, sir. Come on, sir. Yes, sir.
Tell your brothers and them to settle down, right?
Come on, sir.
And somebody go out to say by the computer just to mute it.
Yes, sir. Come on.
It's coming back into the mic. All right.
Salaki, if I may, sir.
Come on.
I got a precept on this scripture about that not being God.
Well, Christ not being God. Come on.
Yeah, Christ not being God. Salakia. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 33, verse 20. And he said, "Thou canst not see my face, for thou shalt no man see me and live."
Right, and that's what? That's the Most High. Right. Remember when Moses saw the back of the Lord, what happened to Moses?
He had a glow on him, like he had a shine. Slack, sir, if I may. He had a
come on,
he had a glow on him. Can they hear me?
Yes. I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you.
Slack, sir. So it's like when Moses saw the Most High, he had like a glow, like his face was shining, when he came down to the people.
To the point where Moses had to do it, put a veil over his face. And he had to put a veil over his face so the people wouldn't be staring at him. You understand? Right? So that whole thing about, Christ being God and, they're just going back to the Trinity. And, all you have to do now is get all the Trinity breakdown, and you could, cut them to shreds.
Salaki, sir. Salaki, if I may. So John 1:14 would be a precept to this also, sir.
Okay, it is, but I was talking about the specifically when he said God was manifest in the flesh.
Okay, come on, sir.
You understand? So you hearing Christ saying out his own mouth that what? You see me. If you see me, you see the Father. What is he saying?
Like it, sir, if I may. He's saying that
Come on.
he and the Father are in one accord.
Yes, they agree. So now you don't have to wait on what? On God to give you cancer or AIDS or monkeypox, 19. You don't have to wait. You understand? Christ is right here teaching you how to serve the Lord. Follow him. John told him what? I'm not fit to what? Lace these shoes on your foot. And John did what? John did not follow him. And guess what happened to John? Christ said what? He will be what? The least in the kingdom of heaven. You understand?
Oh, God.
Yeah, that's to show the power Christ is given. You understand? Where's Christ right now?
Lucky, sir. Next to the right hand of the Father.
So now, if Christ next to the right hand of the Father, it's confusing, you seen, right?
Oh,
So like I
God.
said, you was kind of low. I couldn't hear you.
I say, if Christ is on the right hand of the Father, right?
What kind?
You can pull that precept. Somebody find that precept. If he's on the right hand, right? Then who Christ next to?
Right, sir.
You understand?
It's
Himself?
I got the precept, sir.
Come on.
It's the book of Acts, chapter 7 and verse 56. And I said, behold, I see the heavens opened and the Son of Man standing on the right hand of God.
Right? The Son of Man standing on the right hand of what?
Of God, the Most High.
Of God. Right? So you understand that, right?
Sir. I understand it.
So,
I just didn't know how to break that particular scripture down when they say God is manifest in the flesh. When they looking at it, I know it don't mean that Christ is God. That's what I'm telling them. But they looking at it like
I know. I know you know that.
Okay,
but I'm just saying. Now you know how to, go at them.
Now
you know how to, like with Christians, right? They like to read a line, but where's the precept that teaches you how to read the Bible? What precept do you go to?
Precept upon precept, line upon line.
That's it. You understand? So now, if they do pull this verse, there must be another precept saying that what? Jesus Christ is what? Is the Lord, is God.
Come.
It just can't be in one place. If it's in one place, if it's just this one scripture you pull in here to justify that Christ is God, you're reaching, you're clutching at straws.
Come.
So like it, sir.
Come on.
I remember on Captain Tazariak's Cross the Line, and he was battling some Christian. And remember that Christian tried to say, well, maybe God had a two-seater. Like, like Christ and God was sitting in a love seat on the throne.
Right. Yeah, it's ridiculous. I mean, Christians, they just go based off of what they, how to put it, they recite what they hear. They don't study the Bible. They don't read the Bible. So now some preacher coming to you and telling you this. You just reciting what he's telling you. You're not actually reading the Bible. In here, you're actually taught to read the Bible. In here, you're actually taught to follow everything in this Bible. You understand? All right?
Like it, sir.
Come on. I don't know who are all of the feedback. Charlotte, you'll just make sure you all what you call it again?
Oh, Colonel,
on the second. Yeah, check it and just make sure.
It was a failure. Muted. Can you still hear any feedback?
Yeah, so then I feel it sound like it sounding like started.
Oh, Slack service goes, bro, sir.
Okay.
Can you hear it now?
Yeah. It's clear right now. Yeah, it's real clear.
Yeah, Slack goes, bro. If y'all could just unmute yourselves whenever y'all trying to have a question or comment.
Yeah, and check your just check and make sure your audio and everything on point, because we just getting a feedback in the class. Right? Any more questions? I have a couple stories. Come on. Bill? I think we lose Fayetteville. Right? Mahaya, you on the you stay by the computer.
Okay, come on, sir.
You stay by the computer. All right. Just make sure when they do come back on, you able to see them. You stay by the computer. You right now, you know what I mean, everything going through you.
Come on, sir.
All right. So you stay right by the computer right there. All right. All right, so they're back in. I think had a question.
Come on, sir. So Genesis chapter 4 and verse 23, like, I know I had the breakdown before. I just wanted to refresher on it because I wanted to bring it out Saturday and use it to say, like, Esau in America, this is the spirit that they have as far as the verse 24.
Genesis what?
So I was wondering if you could start from Genesis 4 and 23, because I wanted to use 23 and 24 for camp Saturday.
Yeah, go ahead.
The book of Genesis chapter 4 and verse 23. And Lamech said unto his wives, Ada and Zillah, hear my voice, ye wives of Lamech. Hearken unto my speech, for I have slain a man to my wounding, and a young man to my hurt.
Right. So you understand that, right? Break that down for me.
So come on. So that's what I was asking about, a refresher on that. For I've slain a man to my wounding, and a young man to my hurt. I was asking for a refresher on that part.
Right. Okay. So Lamech, who's Lamech?
I believe
Salakis. So like he's like the grandson of Cain, or the lineage of Cain.
Hey, Yermak, you all have a fan on in your room?
Sir.
Yes, he was the grandson of Cain, correct? All right. He was the grandson, and that's very important to know. All right. He was the grandson of Cain. And what is Cain known for? Cain is known for being a what?
A murderer, sir.
Yes, a murderer on the face of the earth. You understand? And the Lord placed a mark on Cain. And what's that mark? Where's the mark?
On his skin.
Yes, in his flesh, on his skin. You understand? So everybody know that what? He was the murderer on the face of the earth. That's why your so-called oppressor, he's the only one that does not have what? Pigmentation. You understand? No form of pigmentation in him. He's leprous. You understand? Right? That's a mark the Lord put on him. And if blacks and Hispanics understood that, we will separate from him, you know what I mean? Like, in the morning, we'll separate from him. Because then they'll know there is no transforming this man. You understand? Read on. No. Read that verse over one more time.
3. And Lamech said unto his wives, Ada and Zillah, hear my voice, ye wives of Lamech. Hearken unto my speech, for I have slain a man to my wounding.
You understand? He has slain a man to what? To my what?
To my wounding.
So is he saying? Did he say I slain this man in self-defense? No. In other words, he what? This person killed him.
Murder.
Yes, because it's a different vibe if you have to kill somebody based off of what? Self-defense. You understand? Totally different vibe. Right? Self-defense is this man trying to take my life. I had no choice but to kill him before he kills me. You understand? But he killed this man to what? His wounding. Right? Read on.
Come, and a young man to my hurt.
A young man to my hurt. You understand? This is typical of what?
Our oppressor, sir.
Yes, this is describing your oppressor's what? Characteristic. You understand? He goes after the what? The young, the old, the feeble. You understand? Like he goes after people who can't even defend themselves. That's what he does. That's why he's oppressing blacks and Hispanics and Native Indians. We can't defend ourselves. In no way. He make the guns, he make the bullets, he make everything. That's why the scriptures say what? We are what? We are destroyed for what? The lack of knowledge. And another one also too, you could precept it with is Jeremiah 14:2. You understand? Our gates are what? Languish. There's no leadership in the black community. None. That's why we're so destroyed. Thanks be to the Lord for Commander Jerry Hannah and the Israelite school. You understand? So now you're building strong men. Now you're building strong women. Now men understand their role in life. Now women understand their role in life. Now you're starting to get back that family structure. You understand? You're getting back your culture. You understand? You're gaining that self-confidence back. Everything back. It's truth. Right? Now read on.
Cain shall be avenged sevenfold. Truly, Lamech 70 and sevenfold.
Right. So now Lamech is remembering what? Which means Cain did what? Cain passed that what? Knowledge down to his descendants. He's saying what?
Come on. If Cain shall be avenged sevenfold, truly Lamech 70 and sevenfold.
You wonder why your oppressor is such a diabolical when it comes to murdering? Because he knows that anybody touch him because of that curse, they're going to what?
Slocky, sir. They're gonna pay seven times what Cain had to pay.
Yes, they're gonna pay. You understand? Not what Cain had to pay, but whoever touched Cain. You understand? Would I have to pay? Right? I know. What are some examples, Ayathan?
Some examples of Israel paying for touching Cain?
Meaning, when you break down the scripture, right? Sometimes it's good to try and bring it back to today so people could, picture or understand clearly what you're saying. Right? So we know Lamech represents who today?
You say Lamech, other one?
Yeah, Lamech.
Oh, Lamech today.
My audio going in and out?
Come on, a little bit.
Let me see. Let me take this thing off then. Hold on. And let's tell my after. Give me 1 minute. You hear me?
Come on, Khan.
Better?
Come on, Khan, sir.
Okay.
Salaki, sir.
Uh-huh.
Is it still a noise? I changed some of the settings. I just want to see if it works.
You're still hearing it like it's a little bit. So what you're gonna have to do is just mute it, and then we go figure it out after.
Convo God.
All right. Mm-hmm. Right. So Ayathon, today, who would be considered Lamech today?
Come on. Our oppressor.
Yes, our oppressor. And give me a little more.
Come on. So the oppressor today would be considered Lamech, and like we was just saying that knowing that nobody would harm them and stuff like that. That's that same spirit that Lamech had on him when he remembered, Cain, knowing that whoever harmed Cain was going to pay. And so today, when they slay us and murder us down and shoot us down in the streets, stuff like that, they know nobody is going to come for them.
Not that. It's not that they know nobody's going to come for them.
Salaki, sir. Is it because you say like I mean, we know in like growing up in the hood, like if you do something to a brother, you might get punished, but it's a different spirit than if you do it to a white boy. Because if you do it to a white boy, you going underneath the jail. Like they gonna give you the death penalty when you harm little Timmy rather than harming Day Day. This is different. That's why we don't go to their neighborhoods and do anything in their neighborhoods, because we already know.
Yes. You understand what he's saying? So now when you bring it to today and you explain the judicial system and how they deal with us compared to how they deal with them, it's a difference. You understand? And a good example also too is the World Trade Center. How much people say die in the World Trade Center? About how much? About 3,000, right? Right. Now, how much people you think died of the Arabs?
So like if I may out of one. They did the comparison, like you said, it was like 3,000 that died in the world trade. But when you talk about the war in Afghanistan and Iraq, I think just in Afghanistan alone was like 4.3 million, if I may.
You understand? Lamech understood what was happening. You understand? Esau understood. That's why it's foolish for a brother to think he could just go pick up arms. Who tried to do that? There are a couple brothers that try to do it.
Nat Turner, sir.
Nat Turner is a good example. You understand? And they got what? They got lynched.
So, like, what about the Haitian Revolution with Toussaint Overture?
Yeah. And watch Haiti right now.
Come on, eating mud pies.
Yes. So those are good examples to show you, to show you that this mark that's on Lamech and Cain is on who? Your oppressor also too. Not just in America, but your oppressor overall, meaning your Italians, your French, your British, your Russians. You understand? It's on all of them. That's why we don't teach to what? To go harm one hair on your oppressor head. Why would you do that? No, we all gonna have to pay for it. I forget the brother name. He was an ex-Marine. And they cornered him in a house. And they burned the house down with him inside of it. They knew he was in there. You all know what I'm talking about?
Yes, sir. If I may, sir.
Yeah,
that was a guy. He was an ex-Marine, and he was also a ex-police officer.
Yes, I forget his name.
And he got fed up with what was going on, and he just killed some oppressors, and they cornered him up in this house, and they didn't wait. They just went in there and blew him up and burned him up in the house.
Yes, that was Christopher Dorner, I believe. and if I'm pronouncing his name correctly. You understand? Like, ain't nobody a better murderer than your so-called oppressor. And he knows because of this prophecy, or you know what I mean, that's written here, he knows that he could continue being what? The murderer.
So, like, if I may, out of one.
Come on.
Even with that Christopher Dorner story, right? When the oppressor does something like that, they'll give him a way out, saying that he got some kind of mental anguish or some kind of mental illness as to why he's murdered all over the damn globe. But as soon as it's, especially when it's us, like we pay for that thing immediately, if I may.
Yep.
Like, come.
Go ahead.
And that's a big reason why he's able to go around to every country and steal natural resources and colonize every country, because he knows, like you said, he knows, you know, the power that the Most High. The scriptures say the earth was given into the hands of the wicked.
Correct. You understand? Another good example also too is just think how your oppressor is, right? You remember Steve Owen, the Australian. You remember Steve Owen? How Steve Owen died?
So like it was Stingray, right?
Yeah. And what did white people went out and do? White people went out and started killing stingrays.
Come.
Yeah, come, so like it.
And also to remember in Florida when the alligator ate that child, one of the oppressors, what they went and do? Start killing almost every alligator they put their eyes on.
So like, if I may, we can put that like the Tulsa, Oklahoma, for us what they did to Black Wall Street.
Yes.
The idea of the oppressor daughter being sexually assaulted enraged a crowd that went in and just burned just off a word, not even like it happened for real. It may have happened. And I thought it's the modern day version of Karen, if I may.
Yes. You understand? Like you go touch one of them, Ark, and your entire nation is fitting to you know what I mean, feel the blunt of this man. And he knows it. And he acts like it. You understand? Like if you're a murderer, like, you know what I mean, you might lay low, not him. He ain't laying low. He is killing. He is a killing machine. He is not laying low. Right? That's why in Obadiah, what did it say in Obadiah 1:10? It says what?
It's like it, sir. The pride of thine heart. The pride of thine heart, or he exalt himself as an eagle.
No, not that part. Where it say for your violence against Jacob. You understand? Shame shall cover you.
So like I got another one.
Go ahead.
Book of Obadiah, chapter 1 and verse 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee.
Right, it's saying what? Shame shall cover thee. Shame. You understand? But is he ashamed? No. He ain't ashamed right now. He's as proud as can be. Slaughtered and killed the native Indians. Native Indians and them never went, you know what I mean, put them through the ropes of getting green cards. You understand? Never did it. But guess what he did? He slaughtered them. And now they're on reservations. You understand? What's the average age of a native Indian male on that reservation? You don't know? Anybody want to take a try? I guess. Or just look it up on the internet. Put it in the Google machine.
Like I said, like young, 18, 20.
No, not so young. No. Let's look it up.
One. It said average lifespan of Native American. It says 78 years.
No, on the reservation.
Oh, so like.
Right.
So like,
Come on.
it says they have a life expectancy of men of 48 years, and women
Yes.
52 years.
Yes. Then them is the Native Indian. That's 78. You're gonna have to go and look deep. Remember, you're dealing with a cunning, hunter. You cunning. You're dealing with a serpent. You understand? He gonna lie. He gonna do his science, his so-called science, his statistics, and say the average age of a Native Indian is what I thought what you said, 70 what?
Come on. It says 78.
Right, but he ain't throwing in there. He talking about overall. You understand? He ain't saying that. I'm talking about on the reservation, because that's what they did to the Native Indian. They put them on what reservation? Come on.
And Slock, if I could add too, when we look up the average life expectancy of a Hispanic brother or sister, it's in the same range. And the excuse is that because they work so hard. And then when you look up the life expectancy of a brother or sister, it's in the same range. And it all go like we all the same. Slock.
You see? Correct. They know how to kill him. Right?
Slock is here for me.
Come on. Before you're going to that Shabala. Ayathan, you're good with that? You had any more?
I don't want to walk.
Okay. Come on.
Slock is here for me. I just wanted to piggyback on what Officer Kayada Ward was saying. Like if you go look up the history on how how Europe stole the world, basically, the Spanish and the Portuguese, and with Christopher Columbus himself, he wrote in his memoirs, the Native Indians didn't put up any resistance. That's how they was able to come over here and land grab, if you will, or steal the land, because they knew that they we wouldn't put up any resistance, and they knew that their military might.
Yeah, but it also hit them with smallpox. The whole work, they didn't have no diseases across here like that until the so-called oppressor came. All that monkeypox, all that COVID-19 come from what? Come from these heathens. You understand? But we're gonna face the blunt of it. Why? Because we don't want to do what? We don't want to follow what the Lord said to do. When you don't follow what the Lord said to do, you're gonna get caught in the crosshairs of him. All right, you're good on that? Any more questions? Give me 1 minute. All right, give me one. All right. What's your brother name? Maya.
It's not, guys. We're gonna cap.
I'm gonna send you email. What's your what's the email there?
Give me 1 second, sir. Let's see which account we got.
Right. So we just go into our story here. You know what I mean? Just maybe a couple of them if we do have time. Right. And this is just going on the on topic basically based on, you know what I mean, on it's on marriage basically. All right.
Salakia, sir.
Come on.
I'm Salakia. I know you asked. Is it possible to ask one more question?
Yeah. Come on.
Salakia, we got a brother out here in Goldsboro, a young man. He ready to make the chop of his dreadlocks. I was wondering if we could just get a quick breakdown on the importance of actually doing that.
On dreadlocks. Okay, the importance of it. One, is it our culture?
La, sir.
It's not our culture. Where does that culture comes from?
The East Indian, sir.
Yes, the East Indian. And what god of the East Indian do they serve when it comes to
Shiva?
Yes. You understand? Shiva. Let me see if I could find the video for you all. Hold on. Maya, just let me know the when you get the when you get the what you call it again? The email. All right, I have it right here. Hold on.
The Agamas.
Hold on. All right, let me see something here. Share. Screen, video file, slides, to screen, Windows, Chrome tabs, this one. All right, share. You can see it, right?
Sir.
Make it big. Hold on. Wait one. Okay, good. Let me mute my side so you all can hear it good.
And I actually want to talk to you about dreadlocks and where they originated and actually the spiritual significance of dreadlocks, or as in India, as they call them, Shiva Jatas. So dreadlocks actually originated in India. No, Shiva is the first being ever to wear dreadlocks. And out in the West, a lot of people, when they see dreadlocks, they
Right. Just to let you all know, Shiva is mythical. Right? Shiva is not a real person. All right.
think of Jamaicans, they think of the country of Jamaica, or they think of the music icon Bob Marley. But even though Bob Marley made dreadlocks really, really popular, he definitely made dreadlocks an icon for people to wear. The originator of dreadlocks, the trendsetter of dreadlocks, was definitely Shiva. So I actually want to explain the significance of jatas and why we have them and their spiritual significance. So when we have jatas, right, and actually dreadlocks is in the agamas. They tell you exactly how many dreadlocks to have on your head, how long to wear them, and even to the point of where they said, like in the agamas, where it says that to even put 5 rudrakshas after you get your jatas. So actually, let me go into that. So in the agamas, it says that you can have like a number of jatas starting with 5, 11, 13, 26. Also said to subtle grooves in your brain that can pair. It actually opens up subtle grooves in your brain that can attain, or that can actually hold the energy of enlightenment. So when you get jatas, when every little thing that you do enlightenment, which is sanatana dharma,
All right. So bring me back for the screen, Maya. All right. So you all see where it originated from, right? All right. Again, it's straight out the East Indian mouth. All right. Not my mouth, the East Indian, where it came from. Right. It came from East Indians. And what you have to understand about blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, when we take hold of something, it's almost like, you know, I mean, we add, you know, I mean, we add that vibe, that flavor to it, where it becomes extremely popular. You understand? Nobody would want to live in Ethiopia if it wasn't for the so-called Jamaicans and the reggae. You understand? Nobody. You understand? That would not be on top of your list. If you had to leave America and live somewhere else, Ethiopia will not be on top of your list. You understand? Right? But because of, you know, I mean, of black people in the Caribbean and the reggae music, it makes Ethiopia feel like it's the motherland for black people. You understand? And now they throw in this whole dreadlocks lifestyle. You understand? When that whole dreadlock lifestyle is just them taking different gods and forming a religion. So now you what? You smoke weed and you have what? Dreadlocks. Now some of us, you know what I mean, may not be, you know what I mean, smoking weed. We might just have a dreadlock just for style. But just for having it like style is just like saying, I know Santa Claus ain't real, but you're celebrating Christmas. I know Christmas ain't in the Bible, but it's for the kids. You understand what I'm saying? It's almost on that level. Whereas black people, Hispanics, and Native Indians, I'm gonna tell you this straight up. Before I came into the truth, I wouldn't have think twice to go research anything I do before I do it. You understand? They don't teach us to do these things in the Christian church. They don't teach you to do these things in the schools, to go do research before you even, you know what I mean, try to get into it. Because if that's the case, none of us would be what? Christians. None of us will be Muslims. None of us would even try to, you know what I mean, go down, you know what I mean, try to be what they call Buddhists. You understand? Right? And now with the whole locks, where they get that whole locks thing from? Because you know the Rastas like to, you know what I mean, bring it back to the Bible.
So like you said,
come on.
They try to say that Samson had locks, which makes it acceptable.
Right. And what we know locks in the Bible to mean?
So like I said, they're braids. They're three strands of braids intertwined.
Right. And how do you explain what a lock is? Like locks is. So if you have a lock, there should be what? It should be able to what?
Unlock it, sir.
Yes. Correct. So now, what they actually call, you know what I mean, dreadlocks, you know what I mean, that is what? Dead hair. You understand? Dead hair that is matted together. You understand? That is not what Samson had. Right? Who has his on the van? Compact Bible Dictionary, the big one. And look up what they call a lock. Right? And as you know, if you have a lock has a key and it can do what? You can unlock it. There should be no problems. All right? Anybody had the on the van for me? Yermak, yeah, this on the van?
I don't have a physical copy. I'm Googling it now, sir.
Anybody have physical copy in class? Come on, knock you. Let's go sell that in class. That should be part of your arsenal. I should be in your bag.
I have the paperback, the small one, compact.
Let's see what I want having it.
Slacky, sir.
I said, go ahead and read it.
What are we looking up, sir?
Locks.
Locks, con, sir.
Mm-hmm. Let's see what it have on it.
Like so, and the email is it's the UPK Carolina email, sir. I put it in the chat.
Chat. Okay. To water.
Lock it, sir. I got it. Check. Can you hear me? Check. Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah.
I got it. This is lock. Locks out of the dictionary. A mechanical device for fastening a city gate or a door. The primitive locks used to fasten city gates. I'm gonna read down where it's here. It goes First King, locks. Okay, in Numbers 6 and 5, the term indicates the unshorn and decorative locks of the Nazarite.
Right. So what are they trying to see? They're trying to describe it as what?
It says braided locks of the Nazarite city.
Right.
Chapter 8.
Right. Braided what? Lock. Because a lock is just what? It's just like a
locking down to the scalp and unlocking it.
Yes, but a lock of hair is just like a how to describe it?
A strain, like a few strain, like
there's a few, like a handful or a small handful of hair. You know, like how them sisters just take, a handful of hair and just start braiding it together. That handful of hair is what you call a lock. And now you braid that lock in together, and now you can unlock it, right? It's not what? Dreadlocks. Samson never had dreadlocks. Dreadlocks is not part of our Israelite culture. It's not part of it. You understand?
God.
So you're good on that, right?
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
I got the blue letter dictionary definition too for lock.
Come on.
It says a ringlet of hair as gliding over each other.
Right. So that ain't dreadlocks. Dreadlocks is what? Dead hair, matted hair. That you what? That you twist. You have to twist. You can't unlock that one strand of hair. You can't unlock it. You understand? And that is not, as I said, that's not our culture. That's East Indian culture. And we are not East Indians. All right. All right, so you're good on that, right?
God.
All right. All right. All right. We wore braids and froze. That a brother had a fro so big it got caught what in a tree, and he meets his end like that. That's how much hair we had.
Good night.
All right, that was one of I think it's Solomon or King David's sons who was King David's son that was trying to steal the throne from him. Got caught in a tree. And that was it. Shalom.
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
Can I get a breakdown on Colossians 2:16?
Colossians 2:16. Come on, read it. Maya, check the email.
Come on, sir. I got it up and ready whenever you want me to throw it on the screen.
Okay.
Sir.
Solid.
It's the book of Colossians. Khan. It's the book of Colossians, chapter 2 and verse 16. Let no man therefore judge you in meat, or in drink, or in respect of any holy day, or of the new moon, or of the Sabbath days. So, like I said, I was just on TikTok the other day, and I heard this Christian basically telling people that, don't let nobody tell you can and can't eat this because of this scripture right here. And he pulled this scripture. So I went to it, and I just want to basically a general breakdown.
Okay. So read it one more time.
It's book of Colossians chapter 2 and verse 16. Let no man therefore judge you in meat or in drink.
What is that saying? Judge you in meat. Because of what?
Salaki, sir.
Because of what you eat?
Yes, the meat you're eating. So does it mean it's talking about you could just eat crab, shrimp, and lobster? No, it's not saying that. Right? And a simple Christian, even though he's reading it, he is seeing crab, shrimp, and lobster. Why?
Salaki, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Because he believes that crab, shrimp, and lobster is meat.
No, it is a little more simpler than that. Why is he seeing crab, shrimp, and lobster?
Because that's what he wants to eat.
Yeah, that's what he likes.
Calm.
He liked them pork knuckles. That's what he likes. That's why when he reads it, in his mind, he is seeing that. But it's not saying that. You understand? And how we know that? Because we have precept to prove that there is a dietary law according to the Bible. You understand? There's a dietary law that we all have to follow. You understand? So when it says, don't let a man judge you for the meat you're eating, basically, you if a man doesn't eat meat, you can't be like, well, nigga, you're wrong for not eating meat. You gotta eat some meat. You know what I mean? Some brothers might be what? Vegetarian, vegan, right? You can't judge a man because he ain't eating meat. You understand?
Oh, God.
Right? Read on.
Or in drink.
Or in drink. Some brothers might be like, I'm gonna pass on that liquor. I you know what I mean? I ain't gonna drink no liquor. I'm gonna drink this orange juice right here. You understand? Because a brother ain't drinking liquor, you're gonna judge him on that. You're gonna say something wrong with him. You're gonna shun him. Right? Read on.
Or in respect of any holy day.
Right? Or in respect to any holy day. You're gonna tell him which one he must serve and which one he don't have to serve. He don't have to he have to come to. Which Passover? Sorry, I don't give it. Which high holiday you have to come to? You have to be there for what?
Passover.
The Passover. You understand? You have to be there for the Passover. Right? How many high holidays are you allowed to miss?
What is it? 2, sir?
Let me see if I get it for you.
Slock it, sir. Is it 3?
Yes, 3. If my memory take me back, it's 3. I forget where it's. Let me see if I could find it quick here. Where it is. Okay, I can't find it over the top of my head here. All right. But I believe it's 3. You're allowed. All right. But you're not allowed to miss the Passover. The Passover, you have to be there. All right. That's how they happen. Come on.
Is that 3 in total, or is that 3 specific high holy days that we can't miss?
No, it doesn't specify which ones you beside the Passover. It doesn't specify which ones.
So would the Day of Atonement, is that considered a high holy day?
You can't miss that too, unless what?
Unless you're pregnant or you're sick, you're ill.
Yes, unless if you can't can't take this medication, you're gonna die. Then you're exempted from doing that. You're a pregnant woman, child, you're exempted from doing the Day of Atonement. Everybody else have to do it. All right. All right. So read on.
Nawakan. Or in respect of an holy day, or of the new moon.
Of the new moon.
Or of the Sabbath days.
Right, or of the Sabbath days. Right. He just basically telling you, you know what I mean, you can't, you know what I mean, judge a brother, because he missed which one coming up blowing a trumpet? Oh, you a sinner. You this, you that.
You understand?
Oh,
All right. Any more?
Sir, that was it.
Mm-hmm. So I think the part that he was dwelling on is the meat, right?
Comic-Con, so he basically said, like, you know, I can do what I want to do, basically, because this scripture says I can. I don't have to do the Sabbath when they say the Sabbath. I don't have to eat what they tell me I can't eat. I can basically just do what I want. And he was like, this is scripture right here. So I went to it, and I was like, that don't sound right.
Yeah. Why? Why? Because it's contradicting what you learn, what the Bible has in it. So if it's contradicting, more than likely 99.9% or 100% of the times, he is wrong. You understand? He or she is wrong. They don't know the Bible. All right.
So like I said,
Come on.
Can we pull a precept just on the matter of judging?
Go ahead.
First Corinthians.
Go ahead.
1 Corinthians chapter 6 and 2. Do ye not know that the saints shall judge the world? And if any world shall be judged by you, are ye unworthy to judge the smallest matters?
Right. All right. So what is that? What is that saying?
So like I said, that we are supposed to judge each other here in this kingdom.
Mm-hmm. Right. But it's saying what? You're correct. But in verse 16 that what the brother just read, he's saying what? Don't judge a man based on what he's what? Eating. You understand? What he likes. I mean, his preference of his diet. You can't judge him based off on that. You understand?
Kind.
All right. So that one is good to show that, you know what I mean? We right to go there and tell blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians just to do what? Stop sinning. You understand? Stop being gay. You know what I mean? Let's get this monkeypox under control or wiped out. You know what I mean? Our community. All the way out to our community. Just stop it. All right? We can do it. All right. Any more questions? You're good? Maya. Go ahead and pull that story up quick. All right? And the UPK have been, you know what I mean, trying to teach blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian women these things, black men. You know what I mean? These things are, you know what I mean, according to the Bible, the seriousness of what? Of marriage and divorcing. That's why in here, are you allowed to divorce?
Sir.
What is the basis of divorce? When can you divorce?
If she commit adultery or fornication, sir.
Yes, if she commits adultery or fornication, she's for the streets.
Right.
All right? Other than that, you cannot leave. You understand? And then Paul, what did Paul say? Give me what Paul says. He said it.
Paul said it'd be better to have no wife and just have the truth.
No. Mm-mm. Remember, I was speaking about what? About divorcing, right? So when is it, you know what I mean? When can you divorce? When are you allowed to divorce? Come on.
He said, if the unbeliever depart, let them depart.
Yes, if the unbeliever depart, let him or her depart. Let them go. You understand?
It says
right?
he is not in bondage in that case.
Say that one more time.
He or she is not in bondage in that case.
Yes, correct. All right. Right. But in here, you marry a sister in here, you marry a brother in here, it's for life. So all the arguments you're doing, you can carry on with it. That still don't mean you're gonna get a divorce. You ain't getting no divorce in here. You understand? All right. Or the other way it could happen also too, Lord forbid, if the husband passes away, then that's it. You know what I mean? marriage ends. But beside that, my brother, you marry a woman in here, it's for life. Now read ahead and from my arm, Maya. Maya, you hearing me? I think you're on mute, Maya.
Oh yeah, Comic Con says like I'm over here reading away.
Yeah, I know. I see it scrolling down, all kind of thing. I was like, he kind of on his own class across there.
Like it.
Go ahead.
And an Atlantic City man admits to rapes that impregnated 2 young sisters.
All right. Now you're gonna hear a story, guys. This is a horror. You know what I mean? This is a horror story right here in itself. All right. You black woman, you better pay attention. You black men, you better pay attention to stories like this. Stories like this is not going to make it on CNN. You know what I mean? They may not ever make it on your, you know what I mean, on the national news. You understand? Right? Come on.
An Atlantic City man admits to sexually assaulting 2 young sisters, which resulted in the births of 3 babies.
It resulted in the birth of what?
Which resulted in the births of 3 babies.
All right. Now read on. Now the heading is kind of misleading. After once you start reading it and again into it, you'll see what I'm saying. It's kind of misleading in a way. All right, read on.
Isaiah Banks Carey, now 28, pleaded guilty to 3 counts of aggravated sexual assault on the girls who were as young as 11 at the time.
You understand? Young as what?
Slack who were as young as 11 at the time.
Right. All right. Yeah. This is what you're gonna have to, you know what I mean? What you know what I mean, this school is built to get rid of. You understand? This type of vile and disgusting behavior. You understand? That's why it's so important that a black woman, you pick the right, you know what I mean, right husband, and the only way for you to do that, you're gonna have to come into the UPK. You understand? You go pick, you know what I mean, some Christian in the world, you know what I mean, some Muslim in the world. You know what I mean? This could happen to you. Right? This could happen to you. Right? This man is not even what? He's not even the father of these children. Right? Read on. I want to give you this, take out all of it. Come on.
He faces 25 years in state prison under the plea agreement.
Right? So he pleaded. Right? He's supposed to be what? Buried. You know what I mean? Without any tombstone, nothing, unmarked. You understand? Under. But because you're living in this kingdom, you understand, there's the type of justice a father would get from a man who did what? That is what? That is child rape. But they're not saying it. Just like you all I don't know if you all watched the show on Saturday when the when it was brought out that they want to change the name of pedophile to Matt. Right? Somebody look that up. I forget what the Matt means. Something.
It's like having a hard time understanding the word you're saying, sir.
Is it breaking up?
No lie. They just wanted you to repeat it. You said it was Mac.
Yeah, Matt.
So like it, sir.
Uh-huh.
Go ahead, Mario, you got it?
Oh, you go ahead, brother.
So like it, sir, MAP is minor attracted persons.
It's MAP.
Kind of map, as in like a navigator.
Yeah, MAP.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, minor what?
Minor attracted persons.
Right, minor attracted person. They want to take that pedophilia away to what? Minor attracted person. So now it doesn't have that stain of child rape on it.
So like it, sir.
Look disgusting. Come on.
and it's the person who is I guess rebranding the name is a transgender professor at Old Dominion University, where
Yeah,
they're known for raping their student athletes.
you understand? Like they like this is a how to put it, this is a problem, man. This is a problem. This is a straight up problem in the black community, Hispanic and Native Indian community. Straight up problem. You understand? We can't live like this and then expect, you know what I mean, not to get monkeypox, expect not to get COVID-19. You understand? Expect for the Lord not to kill us. We can't live like this. You understand? You black women out there that, you know what I mean, have a husband, you better and have children by that, or a child by that husband, you better stay with a child father. Fine. You know what I mean? Go back to the first time you all meet. Find that space. You understand? Find it. Or guess what? Never have a man again. That's all. All right. All right. That's why this place, the UPK, is made or designed for a black woman to come in here, a black man to come in here and shed themselves of the world, become somebody brand new. You understand? When you're not brand new, you know what I mean? This type of behavior, this type of lifestyle is going to follow you. You understand? Right? Read on.
When the girls, then 12 and 13, both became pregnant during the same time frame, the Department of Child Protection and Permanency reported it to the Atlantic County Prosecutor Office on September the 4th, 2019.
Right? 2019. Read on.
An investigation led to Banks Correa as a suspect. So, like, the girl's mother, whose name is not being reported to protect the victims' identities, had lived with the defendant. So, like, it had lived with the defendant in what she described in court as an abusive relationship.
Right?
At one point, the man did move out and was living in Venors. She testified. It's like a quote, I told Mr. Banks to leave plenty of times. He testified during a hearing last year. He choked me in my own home. I was getting beat into a relationship. The man wouldn't leave my home.
All right. So this is a what? This is what the world considered a what? A boyfriend, right? But right now, that's her what? According to the Bible, that's her what? That's her husband, right? That's the last man she was with, right? That's her husband, right? But he is what? He is being what? Abusive. Sign of what? Sign of a deviant. You understand? Sign of a deviant. I mean, we don't teach black brothers to beat the woman in here. You understand? Don't be gay. You understand? All right, read on.
At one point, the man did move out and was living in Venor, she testified. Oh, Slack, let me go back there. She said she didn't know he was abusing her daughters. Quote, my first granddaughter was born 2 months early. The girl's mother testified. I thought the father was her boyfriend.
How old is this child? At the time, 11, right?
Yeah, common counsel.
11 and 12. Boyfriend. This mother is, you know what I mean, she should be where? In prison too. Them kids should be taken away from her. She's not fit to grow a child up. What did the Bible say about growing a child? Find that for me. It says, grow up a child any way he or she should go. Train up a child. Find that for me quick.
Salakis, sir, it's Proverbs 22 and verse 6.
Go ahead.
Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it.
You understand? It's saying he, but we know that what? This goes with what? This goes for what? Daughters also too. You understand? You got to train your kids up. And this woman is not training her kids up. This woman is teaching her kids to be what? In an abusive relationship. You understand? To not cry out when they get raped. You have a young child, you better tell that child, especially a daughter, you understand? I should say especially a daughter, boy or girl, if anybody touches you, you better run and come tell. You scream, you cry out, you cry out loud, stop. You scream out. You understand? You better come tell me. You understand what I'm saying? Better teach them that wisely. Understand? You pick the wrong person, the wrong woman, Ark. This could be the problem, right? This could be a situation right here. Read on.
That child was born in March 2019, with the second girl giving birth that June. Then one of the girls got pregnant a second time. The girl.
A what?
Then one of the girls got pregnant a second time.
And that is ridiculous. Ridiculous. Got pregnant a second time. Read on.
The girl's mother said investigators did a blood test at the hospital, something she claimed she asked for previously.
Right.
Quote, I had this man in my life for 2 years, a man who raped my daughters, she says. Today I'm here to protect them. You don't understand what they went through.
Right. They don't understand. So she's and that's one thing with them. They like to play innocent after, you know what I mean, all this go down. In all, you know what I mean, you go have you have a husband, you better stay with a husband. That's the moral of the story. Stay with a husband. You understand? Stay with a child father. What's the percentage of a father raping his daughter? Anybody can find that up? I forget how much it was. I think we looked it up already. Than some stranger walking in your house. You understand? Anybody look it up? Well, I want that percentage. All right. Give me that percentage, if you all could find it at all. I know we're up on the time. Right. Any more, Maya? Any more on it?
Yeah, Comic, that's a little bit more.
Read a little more again.
I was like, if I could, Officer Rock said he has the percentage, sir.
Come on.
Comic-Con, sir, according to Quora, it says it's sizable, but stepfathers are 5 times more likely than biological fathers. You can look at the studies. It says sexual interaction with adults as children is 20% their stepfather, and 4% is the father.
You understand? 20%. I'll take the 4%. Stick with the father. And if that bastard do that, sure is still in jail. And throw the keys away. You understand? But that's how serious marriage is. And that's what the school teaches you. Marriage is very serious. That's why we have what? We have rules in here. You understand? That you better follow. You understand? Rules in here. That's 6 months a year rule, Ark. Oh, that'll save you from this. Because I could only imagine how the father of these daughters feeling. You understand? I could just imagine that. I do not want to have that feeling. All I could do is just imagine. All right. You all have any questions before I let you all out? Anything before I let you all out? If not, I'm gonna pass the class over to Maya. Do you have any more?
Yeah, I got a little bit more, but I did have a question though.
Come on.
You know, for these rare occasions, right, where a sister does become pregnant at this young age, what's the most seasoned way to go about, when it comes to dealing with the delicate situation with the woman who's been in that situation when it comes to talking about abortion? With them understanding, that if that happened to them at that age and they had to have the child, how traumatic it would be. Like, what's the most seasoned way to go about? Of course, I know, with the precepts and to break it down, but you know what I'm saying, just from your perspective, sir. Yeah.
It all depends on on the situation. It all depends on the situation. So every situation mightn't be the same, but overall, she should have the child. Now, the only thing that should stop her from having the child is if that child is, is going to kill her. You understand? Having the child will kill her. But if having the child is not going to kill her, she should have the child. You understand? And now after that, if she has to get counseling, the best place to do it is to come into the school to get a proper counselor. So that 11-year-old, that 12-year-old will grow up knowing that what happened to her was wrong. You understand? And that bastard, took advantage of her. You understand? And she comes in here and becomes somebody brand new. When I say brand new, meaning what?
Like a mini Slim, so she was born again in the streets, sir.
Yeah, but give me a little more. Meaning what? Meaning that never happened to her. You understand? Because if she continues to think like that happened to her, guess what? That noise. I think Greensboro. Right. Now, if she thinks that happens to her, then she will never becomes what? She'll never become somebody new. She'll never become somebody new. She's gonna have to come in here and become somebody brand new. You understand? She's gonna get counseling on how to confront the evil that was done to her. You understand? Proper counseling. But he or she gonna have to come in here and become somebody brand new, so that now they can start living and repairing their life properly. All right. All right. So with that, if you all have no more questions, I'm gonna pass the class over to Zion. Who doing the who's your God? Let the God do the announcement.
Salakia, sir.
Yeah.
It would be Yanazar.
No. I'm passing the class over to Fayetteville.
Oh, God.
Come on, sir.
Mm-hmm.
ISUPK security announcements. We are the ISUPK, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York.
Yeah. Put Fayetteville on the screen alone. All right, that's it.
Salaki Adawan.
Before, let me salute you all out, right? Yeah, let me salute you all out.
Come,
sir. You can put it back on the screen.
Yahweh Shimyan Shabrakatham.
Yahweh Shimyan Shabrakatham.
Yadamata.
Yahweh Shemal Taba Shimyan Shai to the sisters. All right, Banker, you can carry on.
Okay, Most High Christ, the water, sir.
Mm-hmm. Maya.
ISUPK security. ISUPK security announcements. We are the ISUPK, started out at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. The new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months with the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. The book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21. The book of Malachi, chapter 3, verses 8 through 10. Means tenth in the Hebrew. It's pronounced ma'ashara. That's 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give the treasury department or teacher. The priest funds, the free will offering for priests, not mandatory. That's whatsoever amount you would like. The upcoming Holy Convocation is the memorial blowing of trumpets. It'll be held here in Fayetteville, 205 West Russell Street in Fayetteville, North Carolina. It's the first day of the 7th month, which is Sunday, September 25th, according to the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verses 24 through 25. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing our black boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. And with that, I imagine which means to stand. We're going to do the prayers, Sarpanwa, Hakwadam, which means turn and face the east. We'll do the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew, then in the English. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malaka, Taba'ah, Batasaka, Hayah, Barakasa, Tawa, Hayah, Shemayim, Nathan Lanawa, Lakam, Kal, Yawam, Wasalak Lanawa, Kawabwathanawa, Kasalaknawa, Kawawathanawa, Wala'ah, Tabayayanawa, Vanasayawan, Abal, Hawashayanawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Waha'ala, Wathapara, Lawalamyan, Aman.
In English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our debts. We forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. So be it. And with that, we already saluted, and with that, class is dismissed.